Welcome back to Couch Convo with Coach Karla, where current events and mental health converge. I'm here with my special guest, Maxine Lachey Henderson. She is the funding plug, and she's been giving us all the tea with the different things that we need to know about funding. One of the things I'm not sure that we really focused in on, what does a business need um, in terms of having their different things lined up to apply for a grant?
First, you need to make sure you register with your state.
Okay.
And if you already registered, make sure it's active because they do check.
Okay.
You need the EIN number.
All right.
Register with the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure when you register those businesses, you do not tie your business to a personal home address.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. You make sure you get a virtual address. If you don't have a brick and mortar, you need that.
Okay.
And make sure you do your due diligence with the virtual address and it doesn't pop up as a virtual address. Because even that
okay.
will make funders be like, okay, no. And then some banks, if you try to go to the bank and get funding, they don't want you to have a virtual address now.
All right.
You need a professional email,
Mm-hmm.
website. You have to purchase your domain.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how unprofessional it looks to a funder to click on your website and it's www.yourbusinessname.wixsite or .shopify.com.
Yeah.
That doesn't show ownership.
Right.
They want to know that you're fully operational.
Okay. That makes sense.
And also a professional email. No Gmails. No yourbusinessname@gmail.com. I say this all the time. Just because you put your business name in there, that does not make it a professional email. Also, making sure you have a business plan. There's a lot of business owners that's operating without that. That has your financials attached to it, so you can know where you're going, how you're going to get there, how much it's going to cost, your mission, your vision, your executive summary. All that stuff matters, especially when you're filling out grant applications.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of them ask the same questions. Like, what's your mission? What's your why? Why did you start? So you have to know these things up front. And also making sure that you have your a social media presence. Like they want to, if they can't, I have this saying, another one, if they can't find you, they're not going to fund you. They're not going to want to fund you because you don't look like a legit business.
Okay. That makes sense.
And also just basically knowing what type of grant you need, understanding the different types, the operational grants, the general operating support, all of those things. If you just need equipment, those are the type of things that you have to know going into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information because I didn't know about the different types of grants, organizational, Okay, all right. She got the knowledge, y'all. Y'all might want to hit her up. And go ahead and give the people your contact information too, because we about to get into the tea now.
All right, T. You can find me on Facebook, Lavish Business Experience, Instagram, the same, Lavish Business Experience. You can find me on TikTok. That's my biggest platform.
Okay.
The same thing, Lavish Business Experience. My website, www.thelavishbusinessexp.com. And my email. Well, I have some cards right here.
You could, you could. Well, I thought you were gonna hold it up so they can see.
I got a few of them.
Okay.
I have a few business cards, but I am on all social media platforms except for X or the Twitter.
X.
Yeah. Okay. Except for that. And you can contact me and connect with me there or my website. Fill out a contact form if you want to know more information, or just schedule a call with me. Book a strategy call. I have 2 different ones. Okay. If you need help with your business, I have a business strategy call. And then if you need help with a funding strategy, I have a funding strategy call. So no matter which end you're on, me and my team, we can fit you in.
Okay. All right. So now we're about to get into the into the current events. So one of the things that's happening right now is the Sinners movie with Michael B. Jordan. So I heard that. Well, first of all, let me let everybody know I have not seen it yet. Hopefully, I will see it tomorrow or this weekend. There's I would say there's some division about the movie about whether or not Christians should go see it, and somebody was talking about a portal might be open and all that good stuff.
I saw that.
Okay, so but I'm gonna say Sister Maxine has seen it. So how do you feel about the that controversy or commentary that's going on?
When I first of all, I seen what you were talking about. I seen
Yeah.
the I don't know if they're prophets or I don't know the person that was talking about it.
Yeah.
I seen them say that, and here's the thing: it's a lot of stuff that we can touch, we can rub up against somebody and get a spirit on us. So even if we just go to the movies and see something, we have to make sure we protect our eye gates and our ear gates. If we connected to God, we're always protected, no matter what.
Yep.
So I don't.
We live in Memphis,
It's a
Tennessee.
fine line, right?
We live in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna play with listen. I'm not gonna play with a Ouija board. You know, but I'm going to go see Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. And I asked someone, is it gory? And he was like, nah, not really. Maybe some scene, yada yada yada. I want to see it because of the historical nature of it. I'm a strong Christian, so I don't feel. Look, I talk to people every day who are going through stuff, and I'm sure some of them might have some portals open,
Right.
but I'm protected. And I mean, I get it, but I'm going to go see the movie.
Right.
Y'all can do what y'all want to do.
Right.
I'm going to go see it,
Right.
okay? And I believe that when I walk out, I'm still going to be the same Karla Michelle Lewis, okay?
You are.
I am.
You are.
But now, how good is the movie? Now let's get to that part.
Okay, so here's
Ebony in the audience said she did like this. Okay, all right. Is that a 10 out of 10?
yeah. She said
Oh, okay. I like it.
I came in on the juicy part.
Oh,
So it's when they were all starting doing what they was doing. So the parts that I did catch and that I did see, not very gruesome. I've seen movies way more gruesome than that. And it's vampires. I mean, what do you expect?
okay.
So that's what it gives me the feel of. It's vampires. It's not horror. But like you said, I did want to see because how music relates to a lot of things that we do, and it's been talks for years that music opens portals.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just wanted to see like the back, the history of it.
Music can or open portals. I'll be able to talk more intelligently about it when I see it, and that's another reason why I'm going to go see it for myself because y'all talking about it so much. But I'm gonna put my 2 cents. No, it's more my 25 cents on it. Okay. All right. But I mean, people said it was good.
It was.
That's my thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good.
And even like a few scenes that I've seen, see, I'm into the, ooh, that was some good acting right there. I mean, I'm into all of that because I've had acting classes and acting is not as easy as people think it is,
yes.
okay? So, yeah. Okay, now this is going to be probably, no,
What?
Club Shay Shay.
Oh.
Let's talk about Club Shay Shay. So, if you're not familiar, Shannon, I don't know why I can't remember his last name right now, but Shannon Sharp has a podcast or and TV show, so whatever. It's everywhere called Club Shay Shay. And a lot of people watch it, enjoy it. I've watched it. He interviews people, and the interviews are engaging. He's interviewed Cat Williams, and somebody was saying that she's his cousin, Monique. Lots and lots of people, all of the famous people, okay?
Yeah.
So, but apparently, and allegedly, I don't know, he was dating a young lady, 19, when they met, and now she is suing him for $50 million, and she's accusing him of rape. So I'm gonna let it sit right there. Okay. Now, what's your thoughts about it?
I don't even think I can say what I want to say.
I mean, allegedly, you know.
One, when I first seen it, I rolled my eyes because I'm like, here we go again.
Okay.
Because it kind of made me feel like, it kind of put me in the mind of the whole R. Kelly thing.
Okay. Put you in my
Not saying that he was right for doing it, because at a certain age, you know better.
Okay. You when you say at a certain age you know better, we're not supposed to date or try to be with certain minors.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
You know what's too young for you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I don't feel like I know she knew what she was doing, and he knew what he was doing, and now it's like, and he should have known that was gonna be a money grab. He don't, and I don't know him personally, but he don't strike me as the person that gotta do something like,
Okay, wait a minute. What you mean?
He don't strike me.
What you mean?
However, I don't know him personally.
No, but wait. What you mean he don't strike you as a person who gotta do that? Okay, you're saying he's attractive.
No,
That's what you're saying?
No, I mean, he's not my type.
saying?
He might be somebody. He's not my type. But when you're out there in the, I guess, celebrity world, it's like you think about like he did that with, and he can have probably any older woman. Could have been married. Could have been like, no, you did that.
No, the way that he's been talking on his show, if it sounded like it was difficult to pull a woman. That's the take that I've gotten. Now, he mentioned an interest in younger women. He mentioned that. Meeting a 19-year-old young lady at the gym, that's not I would say he shouldn't, I don't know what was going on with them, but he should have never seen that as this is a good idea.
An opportunity.
This is a good idea.
That was bad.
And then like some people are saying, okay, if he was going to do that, then he should have at least done it with somebody in their 20s or 30s.
What I'm saying, like he shouldn't have done, like that shouldn't even been on the menu.
He mentioned, I'm going straight off of his podcast. In the past, he mentioned.
I'm just going off of what I've read and saw.
And I haven't watched it a lot, but I've watched it enough. Because I be trying to understand what men want these days. And
they don't know.
Okay, thank you.
They don't know.
Thank you. But what he definitely didn't want was they don't want to be patient. He wanted what he wanted and he got that. Okay? Now, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
But then it came at a cost. And that's the things that we have to think about. I'm not talking about him at all. People make mistakes.
Right.
But I sure hated for him he made that mistake because I don't know how that's going to turn out. Now, from what I've seen, he released, okay, so the first thing that got released was she released, I don't want to say a video, she released audio of him, but it's taken out of context, threatening her. But she also was into BDSM. So make it make sense. I don't. That's different. It's yeah.
It's a pickle. I ain't gonna.
And then one of the interesting parts. Yes, it is a pickle. One of the interesting parts is that. Okay, he just was offered a deal, and it was in the millions of dollars, and people are saying that that's why she came with the $50 million lawsuit. But the only thing about that is I think her accusation actually came a few months before he got that deal. Now, maybe because she was in relationship with him, maybe she knew it was coming down the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we'll find out more as time goes on.
Right.
But my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. Everything I said is allegedly because I'm not there and I don't know. But I do feel sorry. I feel sorry for the whole situation. Really,
here we are another black man.
Because even if y'all ain't ready, but even if I put myself in her shoes, I mean, I don't know how that happened. I can just see them at the gym and Shannon Sharp pay me some attention. Okay. And
Mm.
baby, if y'all read the transcripts, you don't want people in your business like that. That was a lot. That was a lot of information.
Oh. It was out there like that?
Yeah, the text messages in detail. Oh yeah. You want? Can I? I don't know. I'm not gonna say what it said on here, cause it's just they know. Everybody know how to Google and all that kind of stuff.
Me too.
I'll
I know.
tell you after the.
Seen it. I seen some of it.
I'll tell you after the show. I don't even want to say that stuff that was said. But I told you she was in. I told you they was in the BDSM. That's all you really need to know. Just imagine. Okay. Come on now. Just imagine. I mean, it's some people end up at the hospital because of the things that they're interested in and that they like. That's right. Yeah, come on now. Okay, now, let's get into the Cougars thing.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm sitting somewhere minding my own business.
Man.
And then I see this meme that's talking about auntie cougars and they if you 55, wait a minute, no, if you over 50, then you a cougar. They call you a thundercat. What? That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. And it's supposed to be what, older women who are dating younger men. First of all, why we gotta have a name?
Man.
Why we gotta have this derogatory name, a cougar?
Man.
What is that?
I done been called auntie before.
Okay. We can go. We understand. Okay, listen. So I understand you calling me auntie because I am a woman of a certain age, and you're to me showing me some kind of level of respect.
Right.
But then when you go into auntie cougar, that's a whole nother
That's a
thing.
whole
I can date whoever. Let me tell you
Auntie
something.
cougar?
Now this is interesting on the heels of what we just talked about. I'm not finna date no 19-year-old. But now, if I want to date somebody that's legal, I can. That's my business, and you ain't got to call me no cougar for that.
Right.
They don't do. The men don't have a. Do men have a name
No.
when they date younger women?
No.
So why they do that? So why
Ain't
they
gonna-
do that to women?
They get high fives and slapped on the back. Yeah, you got your young girl.
That's right. That's exactly what they get. So why do women get criticized?
You gotta
like
have a
that?
name and a title.
What is
I
that
don't know.
about?
I don't know. We
Do I need the audience to tag in?
yeah. No, I'm showing you the
Ebony?
age. Look at the age.
Oh, okay, y'all.
Look
She pulled up the
I'm
meme.
pulling up the meme.
She pulled up the meme. Okay, there you go. So 28 to 34, if you didn't see it, is an auntie.
It's auntie.
35 to 41 is a cougar. And then 42 to 45 is the cougar auntie. And then 46 and up is the thundercat. Okay. So, and Thundercat, they could have just left that off of there because I don't get that.
What is that?
I don't even get that because I thought young guys were called Thundercats,
Right.
or even just young people were called Thundercats.
Whippersnapper?
Yeah, I mean,
Was it the
whippersnapper is an older term. Yeah,
Baby.
they have gone on from whippersnapper to Thundercat.
Thundercat.
Yes. So I mean, I would love to know how people feel about these titles. I wish I could see the audience comments over there
Right.
on Facebook because I know y'all got
So
some.
what are y'all?
I'm gonna check in with you all about where you fall and how you feel about this, but I just don't like the fact that women get these ugly titles when we date people of certain ages.
Yeah.
Cause that means they got Joan in the category.
Everybody. 35.
Cougar auntie.
Cougar?
Okay. All
I'm a
right.
cougar?
Yeah.
Man.
But are you gonna let somebody call you that?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
My name is Maxine. Mrs. Henderson on a good day.
But can they call you auntie?
Absolutely not. Cause
They can't call you auntie.
I'll
Okay.
tell you the story. When somebody called me, when I realized I was an auntie
Okay.
from the YNs,
Okay.
we was at Envy, and we walking past. It was me and a group of ladies
Yeah.
walking past, and we going to take a picture.
Yeah.
I hear, cause I'm always like if I ain't looking at you, I can hear.
Yeah.
real well.
Yeah.
So they was like, well, ooh, we walking past and they're like, ooh, I'm finna get on one of the aunties. These aunties looking good.
Oh.
I said, excuse me, sir.
Oh, wee. Wow. But he didn't think you heard him though.
I said, excuse me. I said, y'all
Yeah.
do too much.
That's too much. That's entirely
Y'all
too
do
much.
too much.
That's not a
I was clutching my pearls the rest. I'm
that's not a compliment.
like, am I really
Yeah.
an auntie?
So this one is more serious, really. Um, diversity, equity, and inclusion. How are you feeling about what's going on with that? I mean, a lot of companies got away from it, and that includes Walmart, Target, and others. I mean, a lot of them. So, yeah,
I think it's sad. Like,
yeah,
we already fighting enough, and we gotta fight that too. It's just like,
yeah.
when will we ever win? It's like, why do that?
Right. Why do that?
What's the purpose? Like,
What's the purpose?
really the purpose behind it? They won't say,
That's true.
but it's like,
Well,
what's the? We know the reason.
Well, what I saw was, now I saw a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense, but the only thing that I did grasp was that it was said that it was divisive, and something else. Like, what's that? Well, basically that it wasn't fair. But the whole reason why diversity, equity, and inclusion was started was to help level the playing field.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Now, one of the really sad things about it is, yes, diversity includes including black and brown people, but it also includes disabled people, veterans, people who are discriminated against because of their age. We have a lot of isms that can happen in our country.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to help people in all those different areas. Mothers, women who are pregnant and need certain allowances during their pregnancy. To me, we never ever needed to get away from making sure that people are included.
Right.
Right. Well, I tell you what, somebody that gave the whole entire thing a run for its money. I don't remember her name. I think her last name might be Johnson. She's one of the House representatives. She stood with Justin Pearson and the other young man when they were speaking out about some things. They got kicked off the Senate floor when they were being outspoken, but she stood with them. But what she was saying is that it needs to be renamed the White Fragility Act. Did you see her say that? Did you see her say that? She said it need to be renamed, and she's a white woman. Yeah, and she spoke out. Yeah, she said for the past, she said for the past 30 years, these have been positive terms, inclusion. So when did it become like a nasty word?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I can stand with, the people that actually, that's not, African American, that's not black, that actually see what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
And they know that it's all about the other. I'm not even going to get, I really don't like to get into politics because it makes me
upset. I mean,
pisses me off.
And I'm going to tell you too, like people say they don't get into politics. Okay. This what I got to say, y'all. Okay, that's fine. These are, because some people never talk about it.
Right.
These are our lives. Don't be tricked about you can't talk about politics when all this stuff affects you.
Right.
It's gonna affect our kids. That's my hope. Is that our kids are gonna fix some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. What else is going on in the news that we need to talk about? Because there's a lot going on. I know it was something else that I mentioned that was like a hot topic.
Senators, the Cougar Club, Shay Shay. That's all I saw.
It was one more thing. It was kind of important.
Let me see if I can.
We talk about the current events, y'all. Current events. This is where current events and mental health emerge. And
Blue.
For real? Oh.
Blue Ivy.
Oh, okay. So did you all see Blue Ivy performing with her mom?
And
her mom is doing the what
really,
is it? The Cowboy Carter tour, and Rumi came out as well. And people were saying that Rumi must have thought the whole thing was for her because she was
they
just
were so
so
cute.
excited. But interestingly, I had a conversation with someone, and we were talking about um, the possibility of Beyonce's daughter Blue being a star. And people talked about her when I think she was 13, and they felt like she wasn't doing the moves good enough. She's a
She
child.
was a kid,
Just,
like
I mean, it was good for her to have the confidence to get out
to
there and
get
do
right.
anything. And
Cause
then
I
you
would
just
like to see some of y'all get out in
we
front of
not
millions of people and do
before we had social media, we ain't talk about kids. We ain't do that. You know, some of our we need some of our decorum back
right. Oh,
because
baby, get it back.
we're supposed to set the example for these
Protect the
children,
children.
and adults talking about. Man, this one young lady, her son is disabled and or differently abled, and well, I think he has cerebral palsy, and these people were talking about her son online, and I was like, man, y'all gotta be kidding me. What's come
Ain't
on now?
nobody got no type of respect no more. Like they just don't
Well,
care.
some people got respect, but then
They
others
just don't
don't.
care.
That's crazy. You ain't gonna talk about a child like that. But let me go back to what I was saying. This person was saying she gonna be a star, and I was like, I don't know. Let me tell you why. Because people they can put more pressure on someone like her and not want her to succeed because she has two famous parents.
Right.
So I really don't know what's gonna happen with it.
Right. I feel like she will be one, but it's gonna be on her own terms. I don't feel like they gonna push her like most people would, like kind of push that because my child, because I'm a star. My child, need to be a star too. I feel like, and I actually like that Beyonce allowed her to go on stage and do
Right.
do the things. She actually remind me of Solange, because you remember
Yeah.
back in the day
Yeah.
when Solange was on stage with Destiny's Child. Like when I see
Yeah.
her dancing,
Yeah.
I think about Solange.
Solange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And to me, and that's a good point. To me, Solange should have been a bigger star than what she is.
Yeah. Because she has a beautiful voice. She can dance. She's talented.
She DJs, she writes music. Yeah. I feel like she should have been a bigger star, but I don't know what the difference was.
Right.
So we are almost at the end of this journey. For those of you who joined us on the second half, we are celebrating the 4th anniversary of Couch Convo with Coach Karla in radio and TV. And that's why we got the cake and the Moscato. And my whole thing is celebrate your victories. Life is hard, and we work hard, and we face challenges. So whenever you have a victory, celebration time. Come on. Doom, 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 doom. We're going to celebrate, y'all. Celebrate good times. Come on. Hey. The cake was good and the Moscato was
Yes.
good. I'm glad I stopped by the store and got the things for the party. All right. So we're going to let Sister Maxine Lachey Henderson close us out and tell us how she's the funding plug, and she's going to tell you all how to follow her and how to get in touch with her.
Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Happy anniversary again.
Thank you.
You can find me on Facebook, Maxine Lachey Henderson. Also, I have a business Facebook page, The Lavish Business Experience. It's called Lavish Business Experience on Facebook. I didn't put D in the front. And then Instagram, Lavish Business Experience. That's my ad. TikTok, Lavish Business Experience. Be careful on TikTok, because it's a lot of different Lavish Business Experience. Make sure it's the whole word spelled out.
Okay.
I got like several scam pages.
Are you serious?
When I say it's crazy.
I hate
They
that.
send my sister, yeah, you want to apply for a grant? And that's my sister.
Oh,
and my other sister too.
For real?
It's so bad.
With her business name?
Yes, my business, all my videos, all my pictures. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bad.
Yeah.
See? That's why
Also YouTube. I'm on YouTube as well. I gotta get more active on YouTube, but I'm also on there as well. My website is www.thelavishbusinessexp.com, and you can book me to write grants for you. You can book me to develop your business. write your business plans, whatever it is. All things business is what me and my team handle.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us, and keep tuning in on Facebook and YouTube under SVP TV Network. And check us out on Xfinity Channel 17 on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Good night.
Bye.